Kings and Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So it's been brought to our notice that 14 Ghanaian men were promised security and agricultural jobs in Russia, but they found themselves at the front lines of the Ukraine war. What the story is saying here, basically, there are 14 Ghanaian men who were promised jobs in Russia, security jobs and agricultural jobs. They sold all they could sell. They went for Thanksgiving in their churches, because this is what Africans do now. When they are leaving Africa, they live in Thanksgiving. They even thank God that God have given the opportunity to leave Africa. This is what we do. So we joined their hearts. They bid their families farewell. They were so happy, were optimistic that they're going to get new jobs to send money home to take care of their families. But they found themselves at the front lines of the Ukrainian war. That is to say, they are somewhere in Ukraine preparing to go fight for Ukraine. So the thing was, okay, you are going to Russia for this job. So they used Russia as something to just take them out, because of course, if they knew they were going to Ukraine to go fight for the Ukrainian government, they wouldn't do that. Nobody in their right senses will leave their homes. And no matter how Africa is difficult, nobody will leave their homes to go and fight in Ukraine. So the intention was to get people from Africa to go fight in Ukraine. Okay? So they didn't want to tell them they were going to Ukraine to fight. They just said, okay, you are going to Russia to get a good job. You get a security job, an agricultural job. And happily they went. And they are not even in Russia. They are somewhere else. They are preparing them. They come to take them one at a time, preparing them to go fight at the front lines in the Ukrainian war. Let's listen to their story and we hear what people are saying out there.
14 young men from Ghana embarked on a journey they believed would change their lives forever. Lured by promises of secure, well-paying jobs in Russia, these men left their families behind with hopes of building a better future. But what was meant to be a life-changing opportunity turned out to be their worst nightmare.
We are in an uncompleted building, and this is one of the buildings they destroyed.
Okay.
Let me show you around. Match will go on, man. Check inside, just will go on, man. Check inside.
It all began on Sunday, August 4, 2024, when the men said their goodbyes and boarded a plane filled with dreams of success and providing for their loved ones. They arrived in Russia on August 6 through Togo. Their hearts were filled with anticipation, but from the moment they touched down, things took a chilling turn. Upon arrival, they were whisked off to Kostroma, a city in western Russia, to sign what they thought would be employment contracts. Instead, they found themselves faced with a grim reality. The young men say they were deceived by a contractor who had promised them these opportunities, a man known as Abraham Boache, popularly known as one-man supporter in Ghana. Abraham, the man they had trusted, now seemed to be their worst enemy.
Abraham Boache, popularly known as one-man supporter. He brought us here.
Right.
He told us that there is a job opportunity over here in Russia, which is security work and then agriculture.
Okay.
So we paid for our own plane ticket and then visa fee. The military people brought us a contract to sign. And then before, he told us that it's a security work, but we'll be trained by the military.
Right.
So when the military people brought the contract, we thought it's the training that they are coming to train us. The contract, we are coming. The day we were signing, he was not around. He was in Moscow. So we called him and told him that I'm on the contract I'm ready to sign. should we sign because he is the one who brought us here. And he said, oh, we'll sign
As of September 17, when I spoke with 3 of the remaining survivors, they were trapped in Donetsk, Ukraine, awaiting orders to be sent to the front line of the war.
2 people out of the 14 said, the commander said they are going to front war, they should prepare. The next day they are going. Up to now, we've not heard from them. You can't go out anywhere, even if you are going to private. The security, the military escorts you.
Their situation is beyond dire. Their passports have been seized, and the 14 who left Ghana together have now been reduced to just 3.
Where are the remaining people?
We don't know where they are. Just yesterday, they came to take 2 people out of 3.
And you don't know where you're going to next?
We don't know where they are going to. Right now, as I'm talking to you, we are in Donetsk. But then I don't know the exact place we are in Donetsk.
The others have disappeared. The only contact they've had is from David Edu, one of the men who managed to get in touch, urging the remaining 3 to escape at any cost. They live in constant fear, stuck in a makeshift shelter, unsure who will be next to be sent to fight.
Boom, and that boom. Yes, we need a holding beer in training beer, a bit more good as an Adiano. TSM, Pamacho. Mutia, Mum, fine fear. Why, Pamacho? Be a dinosaur, yet nay, yet that, and we also the Pauduso. It's a unyard, jam power.
As if the physical and emotional torment weren't enough, they revealed that Abraham Boache had already taken his cut from each of them, 130,000 rubles from each of the 14 men. They were each paid 400,000 rubles for a war that never agreed to fight. These men are desperate to return home, alive if possible, but their future remains as uncertain as ever.
My family is in Accra, but then I've not told my mom about it because my mom is suffering from stroke and BP. If I should tell her about it right now, you know what is going to happen.
Efforts to reach Abraham Boache for his side of the story have, however, proved futile. Despite repeated attempts to get him to address the serious accusations leveled against him by the young men, he remains unreachable, leaving many unanswered questions. Godwin Asidiba, TV3 News.
Your Majesties, that is the story that these 14 Ghanaian men were promised jobs in Russia, but at the end of the day, they found themselves in Ukraine being prepared or being trained to go to front lines to fight for the Ukrainian government. It is quite unfortunate. So this is the way NATO is beginning to recruit Africans out because they feel like Africans now love Russia. So the moment they hear you're going to get a job in Russia, Africans will joyfully go there. And they are using this route to recruit people into Ukraine. They are recruiting Africans to Ukraine to go fight for Ukraine against Russia. This is a game. This is the world that we live in. And this is the situation that these 14 men found themselves in. So out of 14, 11 of them already have gone out to the front lines and 3 of them are waiting for their own turn. It's quite unfortunate. And at the comment section of this very news, a lot of Africans are asking, if it's in Ghana, they ask you to do agricultural jobs and security jobs, you will say you wouldn't do. But the moment you hear you are going to Russia, you joyfully went to Russia and now you find yourself in Ukraine. Is it their fault? No, I keep saying this. All Africans who are leaving the continent are living for a better life because they feel that their own countries cannot provide for them. The continent cannot provide for them. It's not their fault to aspire for a better life for themselves and their families. It's not their fault. But there is something I always say here. No matter how spoiled our home is, it is our home and this is where we are safe. A lot of people have stand in as contractors, agencies who recruit people for better jobs in Europe, better jobs in America. At the end of the day, when you hear the stories of these people they recruit, it's a painful story. Some do not even live to tell their story. Because most of these people that are contractors are agents of these agencies. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. They have other motives. And the painful thing again is that it is Africans, melanated brothers and sisters like you and I, that they use as the forefront, at the forefront of this they are recruiting. So you think it's your brother. You think, oh, it's my sister. But that your brother or that your sister have been bought and already is a puppet to these agencies. And this same thing that happens now, I don't know what they are after. Because a lot of people from the beginning would think, oh, they went to Russia. It is Russia that went to, oh, Putin is involved. Putin is recruiting African men to go help him fight. But no, they are using the name of Putin or using the name of Russia to recruit men into Ukraine. What kind of game is this? I don't just understand. The world is so unfair that they don't care the toes they step on to achieve whatever that they are going after. Let us remain and fight. It's not easy. If you get opportunity, I'm not saying you should not go. If you have opportunity, go and live your best life. But I'm still of the opinion that as we are running away, who are we leaving the continent for? Who are we leaving our homes for? If we don't put heads together and work for our home, develop our continent, try our best to see that the continent is what we want it to be, who is coming to do it for us? By the time they pursue all of us back from those angles, from the west, we return back to where we left. If you don't want to make efforts into supporting your country or your continent, who is going to do it? Who is going to do it? Like I said, it's no fault of theirs. They really want a better life. There is nothing wrong with that. But look at where they are today. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. But let's always think about the continent and be patriotic enough to struggle to see that the motherland is at peace and free from the hold of colonization and slavery. We are still slaves. Are we going to run away and leave ourselves in this condition without fighting? And how do we fight? By telling them that no, we don't care about your jobs. If you have jobs, give it to your people. Your people are also in their need of work. Give them the work. And then we remain and struggle. The little struggle we are struggling like this. It's also part of patriotism. It's not about talking, I love my country, it's about practicing it. If you love your country, you remain in your country and develop your country. If you love your continent, you remain in your continent and develop your continent. This is also patriotism. It's not about saying it or saying what, I can die for my country. You prove it. We hope that these 14 Ghanaian men, the government see to it that they are free, and this very man who is involved in their recruitment will be arrested, because this is a crime against humanity. You don't tell somebody you are coming to work here, then take the person to somewhere else that the person is not prepared for. That man needs to be arrested, and he needs to be used as an example for others who are under. A lot of people are doing all this type of dirty work. You see them having lots of money, building houses, having properties. It is out of dirty jobs like this. They sell people like this that they have that money. It's not a clean money. It is quite unfortunate that we are okay to sell our own brothers and sisters for the little money or the plenty money that we make. It is unfortunate, and it is a shame to us that we have the heart to sell our brothers and sisters. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.